the Weird Wednesday presentation of The Sinful Dwarf.
Woo!
You're all laughing, you all think, oh, this will be funny. This will be one of those campy movies that I'll laugh at, but I can deal with it. You're all such hot shit now. I'll check back in with you in about 45 minutes and we'll see. You're all going to be just like quivering little pools of fucking jelly. You think you can handle it, and I just think that's so funny that you're going into all this audacity, like, yeah, I've seen bloodsucking freaks or whatever, you know. You are not going to be able to handle this. You're going to faint just like I fainted the first time I saw it, and I'm not ashamed of it. I didn't faint. That's fine. I got a little bit freaked out. People had to like talk me down. I'm sure you're a whole lot tougher than I am, a whole lot better able to withstand this movie than I am. It's a movie that was made in Denmark. The original title is Dværgen, which apparently is the word for perverted dwarf in Danish. I use it a lot. And it stars, it's kind of a mysterious sort of movie to me anyway. But it does star a guy named Torben. I don't remember, David, what was the dwarf's actor's name?
Torben Beal.
Torben Beal, yeah, that's his real name, okay. And apparently, nobody really knows, dwarves in movies are always really mysterious, but apparently he was like a child's entertainer by day. He would go to birthday parties and he would fold up the balloons and shit, and then at night he would go and do this stuff like this. And he probably wasn't as perverted as most dwarves. But he does such a great kind of slobbering, perverted, sick, enjoying every moment of this horrid shit kind of performance that I've ever seen. I can't imagine. He looks a lot like Jack Black. He's a much better actor. And the woman who plays his mother, who has a couple of musical numbers, this is really going to get under your skin and make you feel queasy and weird. But there's just a whole lot about this movie that you're going to have a hard time dealing with. The movie, it's pretty hard. There's a lot of nudity and roughness and violence towards women and the dwarf and all this kind of stuff. And apparently there has been, it's coming out on DVD finally. And there's a funny story with that. It came out in the US and was released as Sinful Dwarf, and then they changed the name to like Teenage Bride and The Abducted Bride. They took it out and played it again and again and again. People all over the country were vomiting, were getting sick, having a hard time dealing with complaining to the theater management. Like even in like the scuzziest, like back street theaters, they would complain. So that when they would bring it back, they'd have to change the name because people would complain so much, and they would tell their friends, "Don't go and see this movie. Do not go and see this movie because it will make you physically ill." Not to set it up too much, but this movie it came out, and then years later, some of you folks probably know Something Weird Video. They've done a lot of this kind of stuff, and they put out some of the vilest titles that you've ever seen. You know, like Toys Are Not for Children and all kinds of stuff. Never appeared. They put out these DVDs with image DVD. Never ran into a problem. They put whatever kind of sick shit out. And they put out The Ultimate Degenerate. They put out Curse of Her Flesh. Like all these really, really rough, sick titles. And finally Something Weird goes, hey, for our next DVD release, we want to put out The Sinful Dwarf. And Image, the DVD company, says, we'll do anything, but we won't do that. We're willing to go down this road with you, but we're not going to go that far on this road with you. So they refused to put out The Sinful Dwarf. So it has not had a legitimate DVD release in this country at all until now. And there's a great company called Severin Films. And Severin Films has finally reached out and said, okay, we're going to bring this to this country. This country is getting a little bit too sure of itself. This will make it So they actually are putting it out. I wish we had some copies of The Sinful Dwarf to give away, but we don't. However, David Gregory of Severin Films is here. He's been kind enough to bring the print, and I want to thank him so much. Thank you so much, David.